Hello friends, the new earth is here. It's upon us. It's a fifth dimensional earth, and many of us are experiencing so many different things at this time. The most important thing is that the new earth is about the heart. It's about being in our heart space and experiencing the oneness with others from our heart. When we are in that space, we cannot experience fear. And that's when we know that we are experiencing that oneness. The following message is from the Galactic Council, and a directive for us as way showers, light workers, and gatekeepers is for us to meditate many times a day, if possible, but during our meditation to spread love to those around the world. That can be just from that place of our heart chakra, floating around and seeing others and spreading our love. This is actually very important work, and I encourage you to spend time doing this. And the following is the message that came from the Galactic Council while our group was doing this exercise. Thank you. You know, the reason that the people that are accepting, that are shifting and changing and receiving, are open in their heart chakra. And these are people, generally speaking, but not always, people that have a love for their spiritual life or their religious life. They have a reverence for God, and they have a devotion in their heart. The people that are secular, that want to seek to understand through knowledge and thinking, are struggling because they're trying to understand. Because this is a multi-dimensional event that is very difficult for humans to fathom logically, it's not going to be, it's going to be very difficult. It's very important to open the heart and have this energy, this frequency move within the heart. And from our hearts, my heart, from the hearts of the people that this energy is moving now to other hearts. Many of the people that have choose to, or have been in a pattern of reasoning through logic, reasoning through proof and science and things that are tangible, have blocked off their heart chakra in many ways. They often can feel it, their heart chakra, in the extent of loving another person. But this is different. This is not just love. It's way more than that. It's an opening of the heart and receiving the oneness, and being able to connect all our hearts all over the world. Which is why when we go to the council, we don't connect our heads. We connect our hearts. And this is the vehicle that is this is the place that is how the new world will be, how the shift into other dimensions will be, is through the patterns and frequencies of the heart. And so when we deliver this, when we
spread out this energy that we're doing right now, the people that are open in their heart, and sometimes it translates to religious devotion, faith. I mean, faith is not logical. And trusting in something unseen is not logical. And so that the opening of the heart, the majority of the people that are more easily available to receive this are women, younger children, and people that wholeheartedly have some sort of religious or spiritual practice. We will be connected heart to heart. We will be living in the heart rather than the head. I was thinking it was a lot of a message for me because I'm getting very confused. I'm trying to find out information in my brain, and I don't really work that way. And so it's pulling me off and confusing me. And rather than being in the receptive heart. And when I'm in the receptive heart, not only am I more peaceful, but life is easier and it goes smoothly. And there are some wonderful things about the brain and understanding. Those are very valid things. But in this case, this is an understanding of the heart, not of the head.
Yeah.
And so I'm also hearing that it'll be a bit of a surprise that when the final shift, when we're finally all into the fifth dimension, when we're all into the new earth, that the people that will be there will be maybe, at least for me, the opposite of what I thought. So the rulers of the world and the governments generally use intellect and education and aggression and greed. Yet the new earth is all about all the heart. And so those people won't even be needed. And many will not go. It's similar to the light and dark. It's like looking at them like they're the darkness, and all the all the poor people, the farmers, all the people that have just been toiling are the light. And so I guess in my mind, I thought that there's a lot of smart people out there. We're going to be able to, figure this out and work it out in the way that I'm used to understanding, which is like the government from the top down. And yet many of those people will not even shift. Some will, but they will come to a very deep place of humility and love, because the new earth is going to come from the heart, not from the head. And we think that, well, if it doesn't come from the head, how's everything going to be organized? How's it going to work? And we don't need to know that, because when we are dealing from the heart, it works anyway. So it's true that a lot of the financial systems and a lot of the governmental systems and a lot of the systems that, we've relied on, although when I say we've relied on, they're telling me like they've relied on. We're just living in it. We're just a part of it because it's there. But we haven't relied on these major systems to run our lives personally. We've been okay you know, we've been able to manage our lives without a lot of that. So those systems are going to break down because they're coming, not only are they coming from the darkness, but they're coming from a place that doesn't put love, the heart, the connection, joy, and oneness first. And I think oneness is the most important word in that, because the oneness is, you know, like somebody that's of the 1% may have compassion for a very poor person, but they don't have the experience of oneness with that person. They don't consider themselves the same. And that's where the shift really comes in. Okay, I'm not a religious person, but this is why Jesus told the rich man, you know, to give up all his wealth and walk with him. And then he would know what it is like to have oneness, and he refused to do it. Which is why Jesus was able, connected to the people that hearts were open. And they're generally not of the ruling class or the wealthy class. It's not to say there's not exceptions, but until they experience what it is like to live in through your heart in oneness, are you able to truly know? That's the knowing. That's the knowledge. Knowledge in a different way, in a felt way, in the heart. So we have set things in motion, and what I'm hearing is in our meditation time to spend time doing exactly this, where we're just in our own personal meditation time, traveling to areas, and like, well, Pat, it was with the mist. Me, it was more like a wind of spreading that love, of opening the hearts. The ETs are here to help us go to choose the places and guide us in this way. But I think Sajith had mentioned it earlier, doing this day and night. It's very, it's, well, I want to say it's important, but what they're saying is it's appreciated. It's not that it's all up to us, but it's very much appreciated. It's very helpful. The more that can do this, the more that can help out, the better it will be, and it is. And so to stay connected in the heart at all times and communicate from the heart.